Welcome to Travelgram. I'm Peter Bates here in New York and looking forward to a fascinating conversation about the world of luxury travel. My guest today is an entrepreneur. He spent much of his career in France, England, and Spain. He worked in fashion for 8 years. He earned an MBA from INSEAD and was the sales and marketing director of Disneyland Paris before he started his own travel agency business in 2008. His years as a travel designer, as he prefers to be called, led him to create a further new business in 2013. This has become a network of luxury travel designers dedicated to providing unique and exclusive bespoke packages to travelers looking for different and original experiences, requiring skilled and knowledgeable advisors who are committed to fully servicing their clients' needs. Today, that network community has 460 luxury travel designer companies. It's known as TravelDine and represents more than 3,500 designers in over 70 countries. Together, this community offers hotels, lodges, private places, yachts, jets, and much more, delivering unique travel experiences and moments for ultra luxury clients. As the president of TravelDine, Quentin Desurmont is focused on defining what real luxury means today and is pushing the travel industry to think of itself and the way other luxury industries do. Quentin, welcome. Thanks very much indeed for joining us today. I think you're in Paris. Good to see you.
Thank you, Peter. Good morning, good afternoon from here in Paris. It's 2 p.m. And yes, I'm in Paris. Weather is pretty chill here right now, but spring is definitely in the air.
Very good. And the news today from Paris is the economy is growing in France in the first quarter, which is good. And you seem to be outpacing the other European countries.
Yeah, well, we're talking a very small growth, GDP growth for the first quarter by 0.4, 40 percentage base percentage points.
But at least it's growth.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us a little bit about how you came to create TravelDine and your career that got you there.
Okay, so first, for me, it was important. Luxury has always been a fascinating industry. Being a Frenchman, we're surrounded by French labels, but also the history. I remember being a student and even before reading newspaper and seeing what was being done in France and in Europe with the acquisition of very small boutique that were taken over by very smart entrepreneurs and that they actually turned into multinational outstanding brands. And I've always been fascinated by that. So after Disneyland, I said, I'm reaching 40. So I've always wanted to create my company. I come from a family of entrepreneurs from Northern France. And so I said, I'm going to create a luxury travel agency, a luxury travel designer, which I did in 2008. And rapidly I had clients, friends, people I was targeting on my own, things very successful. My clients are with this brand called Peplum, very wealthy French company owners. And this is what we do here. And it went well. And then I started to do Google AdWords. And, I managed to get some beautiful clients. And I thought, this cannot go always, it cannot be the case always. So we need to find something else because everybody was starting to imitate the tailor-made, the luxury words, everybody can use them in this industry without doing it. So this is when I decided that it was important to have a seal of quality. So this is when in 2013, I created TravelDine. And it's been a fantastic adventure. We obviously were inspired by the American networks, the American consortia, as you call them. But without knowing exactly how they operated, we very much infused our feeling of what it should be into meta luxury.
Right. And you tend to have smaller agencies, right, join you, not the big chains, right?
Yeah, a few words are very often used in this community. Small and beautiful is one of them. So that's a very important notion. You find out nowadays, it's part of the structure of the industry today, is that the best luxury travel designers are part of small and beautiful, like-minded travel agencies, as we call them.
Right, right.
So we decided that we wanted to have a very strong focus. I thought that from my career, what I know is that being very focused is something very important. So we've always approached agencies that were between 2 and 30 million euro sales.
2 and 30, right? Okay. And the purpose of joining together is to have more buying power, more marketing power. What's the modus operandi?
It's more, first, it's being labeled as a very good travel designer, because again, as I said, you want to emerge, you want people to know that you deliver quality. So we're a seal of quality first. 50% of the people who are recommended to us, we don't take them because we believe they're not good enough in terms of matching the value proposition we have. So for them, it's very important. They are recognized as such, being top luxury travel designers. Then this team, for us, the purpose is to try leverage the knowledge and the expertise of this community. So there's nothing more important than that. We did a research 6 years ago about what are the top defining expertise, outstanding expertise of these travel designers. We came up with 5. First of all, the business model decision of doing tailor-made on demand. It means you must have a lot less client, but bigger client, and spend a lot more time producing amazing travels for them. Second, destination knowledge. Our travel designers travel so much all the time, not to hotels only, but digging, trying to find amazing stuff. 3, client knowledge, spending a lot of time with the clients to understand them, to know them, to become their guru nearly sometimes, and friends, family friends. And then it's about supplier knowledge. When you send a big client to a hotel or with a DMC or somewhere, you want to make sure they know exactly who they are. And last but not least, crisis management. This is when things are becoming tough, but this is when we are creating amazing bonding with our clients. We bring them back. We sort problem when nobody else can answer. The hotels, the embassy, and the airlines can't do anything. We can do something.
Fantastic. And do your member agencies charge your clients a fee, or is it all based on commission?
No, today we're very B2B oriented. So what we say is we will charge you when we bring you business. So so they must pay in kind, if I may say, meaning we bring them, we reference for them a lot of their best suppliers in the industry, and they must send business to these guys. This is how they pay to be part of the network, Then the suppliers pay a fee, but not the agencies, not yet.
And what about to the consumer? Do the agencies charge the consumer a fee for creating the itineraries?
You have all sorts of models in the industry, depending on the type of travel they organize, depending on the regions where they are and the habits. So you find some of them charge a yearly fee, others charge a fee for every, just taking a pen and writing something. And sometimes they just charge a fee when a travel is confirmed. Sometimes it is just that they sell amazing adventure trips that are prepackaged, but very few of them, but very expensive. Then the commission is part of the price.
I see. Okay, got it. So you've got 460 member agencies in 7 countries around the world. Will that grow, or are you at about where you want to be?
Oh, so for us, it's very important to remain small and to help these agencies to grow. And we can see that many of them have been growing fast in the last years. And this is what matters most. We don't want to become a big machine, a big group gathering of agencies we don't even know. So we believe there is room for, today we have 100 agencies in Northern America. We have 200 nearly in Europe, and the rest all over the place, including Asia, Middle East, India, a big market for us, and the rest of the world. So South America as well, very important market for us. So Um, for us, we believe there could be something like 200 agencies per meta-continent, I would say.
Mm. So there is some potential there in the future for more growth.
Yeah, we see a lot of people starting some things looking like a network, and they just put names of agencies on their listings, and they reach 1,000 and more. They don't even know them. You can't know 1,000 agency owners; it's impossible.
No. Yeah. Yeah.
We curate them and we select them. We're very careful, and we every year we remove some of them because they don't share their production, because their production is not sufficient and not luxury enough.
Okay. So what's the secret sauce? What makes a great agency like this? What is the secret sauce?
Well, first of all, it's the DNA by the owner, what he really wants to do. How do we get these guys? Because of recommendations from hotels, but mostly from destination management companies. It's much more complicated to do a 1 million booking with a DMC than with a hotel. With a hotel, in 3 calls, you book the entire property for a week, okay? It's
Right.
easy. To do a 1 million trip with a DMC, that requires skill, talents.
Yeah.
You need to know what you want them to do, you know? So
Right.
that was the first thing. Second, as I said, small and beautiful, like mine. 3, and the ability to understand luxury and meta-luxury travelers, very wealthy, ultra wealthy. We work every year with an English firm specialized in the knowledge of the meta-luxury, the super wealthy, the ultra high net worth individuals. And we bring them at our conference because I want to make sure that everybody focuses on going and fetching the right clients. You can't do luxury if you keep targeting people who have no money. It's not working.
No.
So,
Right.
and then I would say the last 2 are tailor-made, very important, and adventure travel. Booking a hotel and a plane today doesn't really require an agency or maybe a concierge. What these people want is a lot more than that.
Right. And when you say adventure travel, what do you really mean by adventure travel? I mean, that word is used a lot today.
Yeah, you're right. It's, well, I would say technically it's everything that is behind the hotel, the transportation, and the air. Meaning all the unique experiences you're going to go through, all the experiences that are really going to bring you and your family, your friends, emotions.
Right.
Are going to turn your life into something different because you're going to go through emotions, and these emotions are going to be remembered forever, and they're going to change the way you perceive things. And so we're talking about unique things everywhere. I have a DMC here in France. We do old and rare wine dinners because I know a gentleman who wants a lot of very old bottle of wines, and he's the biggest drinker of old wine. He's not a big drinker. That's not what I mean. And amazing stories, you know. I've myself had wines. You know, Romanée Conti, I can't even tell you the years. 2 years ago, I had a Chateau d'Yquem 1921, the best Chateau d'Yquem ever, and one of the best 10 wines in the world. You know, okay, no, that's an adventure.
Sure.
It's an adventure. Culture is an adventure.
Yes.
Nature is an adventure. People are an adventure.
Fantastic. Okay. So then, so that's the agency side. Now on the vendor side, the partner side, you're pretty selective about who you work with, right? I mean, you don't work with a lot of cruise lines, I don't think, for instance. So
Well,
what's your philosophy there?
Okay, so again, meta luxury is paramount. We want to make sure we stick to our principles. We were tempted at the very beginning to work with cruise lines, but being an agent for my wealthy clients, I've never booked cruise lines. We book yachts. So it happens sometimes for expedition boats. You know, we like that. We have some of them. They're very important in the offering. But globally speaking, luxury is key. So recommendation, again, as I say, we try to find them by recommendation from the agencies. By the quality, very important. We need to make sure the properties are beautiful and that the service is outstanding. The ratio of employee by room is obviously key, but not only, it's not sufficient. 70% of the hotels in our collection are also small and beautiful, like-minded. So obviously we work with nearly all the branded hotel chains. And with them, we don't take their entire collection of hotel. We just choose the ones that are interesting, and we're very happy if they sell others, and we tell them, it's not because a hotel is not part of our collection that you cannot sell them on our behalf. Go for it. But we want to be limited in the offering, and we have the best ones. That's what we do. They must be travel trade friendly, very important. We are not B2C, we are B2B2C, and it's a mindset. Some players in the industry today are, we've been in the industry, you and I, for many years, and we've seen people going for trade and then no direct to consumer, and then trade and then direct to consumer. No, it's a mistake. It's not one or the other. It's both. Clients need the trade. Clients who go direct. That's it. And all of them need to understand it. It's very important. There's a room for both channels. It's very important. And the last one is that we only take 50% of the best players in one city, area, region, because we want to protect these people who've started with us at the beginning, who trusted what we did, and who are really committing since day one. So for us, it's very important to protect these people who are super focused on trade.
And what does partnership mean? Is it about amenities? Is it about marketing dollars? What does a partnership consist
of? For us, it's mostly about curating the relationship with the travel designers. When you do meta luxury, of course, we do have the same commissions and amenities than the other networks. But when you sell meta luxury, it doesn't matter. When you book a penthouse suite of 1,000 square meters for a month, you don't care. You couldn't care less about amenities. They're going to be there. It has to be part of the offering. Otherwise, you're not a luxury hotel. So for us, what is important is the capacity of the hotel or the DMC or the different suppliers, private places, yacht, jets, to understand the trade and to work with us and to try understand better the client with us. Because these clients are not going to be loyal to brands or to destination in the world. They're never going to go to the same hotel in the same country. They want to discover the world. And the supply is very fragmented despite the consolidation that has happened. There is still so much money despite the COVID crisis. There's still so much money, and it will be invested, as it has recently, more and more in luxury hotels, because it's a security asset. Stones, real estate,
bricks and mortar.
And so there will be more and more. So it will be fragmented. It is, and it will be fragmented always. So the important thing is we are here to advise them the right place to go, to have ideas and the experiential that comes with it.
Fantastic. So we've been through a terrible year, a terrible pandemic. Hopefully we're beginning to get near the end of it. But how have you been managing the business during the pandemic? I mean, small companies are having a tough time.
Yeah. As far as my business is concerned, we have, obviously we had to start working from home. My team, mostly, I managed to come to the office every day. It was my control tower here. And we kept working as usual, obviously reducing a little bit of time of work, of course. But we have been doing the important thing so our suppliers, our partners could keep up the relationship with the agencies. Everybody was suffering, but these guys have the vision that it is important to stay together, to stay in touch, because when the rebound comes, maybe you found that during this time of the year, we have forgotten names of countries, of cities, of hotels, because they were not in our brain anymore,
Right.
So we want to avoid that. We want to keep working on, if I can give any tips to the audience here, I would say, first of all, keep contact with your staff. No matter what happened, depending on the country. In Europe, we're very supported by the States. In other countries, you're not, but no matter what, you have to keep in touch with your staff. Keep in touch with your clients. Even though you cannot do trips, give them ideas, make them dream. They are confined as well. They want to dream and they want to think about the future travels. And product and destination, keep working on them. We kept fighting, and then we innovated. We said, okay, what can we bring to this community? So we were actually the first show organizer to turn our physical show that was due last year at the end of March. We had to cancel it 12 days before the beginning of the event because of what happened in Europe. And in 12 days, we turned it into a virtual show. And 50% of the attendance joined. We took about 450 people who registered in 3 days. And we transformed entirely the algorithm, taking into account the world, time zones.
Right.
So that was
not easy, is it? Not easy.
And then we started to build the restart map that was out in June. The idea was, we need to have a central place a map where people can immediately see who is reopening and when and what are the conditions. Then there's a database, and every week with our technology, they can plug just one field, information in one field, it will be updated immediately. So important for them to give this possibility to be, because everybody is beautiful website. I'm doing this, yeah, but the agent needs a centralized source of information, and we created it.
And that then got used by other people, I know. I think Travel Weekly picked it up here in the States and started to publish that.
We offered it to anybody who wanted to use it, to leverage it. We also gave it to Australia, and we still have it. It's still up and running. So if anybody wants it, we can give it away.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And you said you communicate with the clients. I think this is a very good point here, is that clients wanted to keep hearing from their advisor, didn't they? During this time.
Clients, wealthy clients might have made more money. They might have lost a lot of money, but they're still very wealthy. And they are spending more time thinking about the future, thinking about moving, traveling. Rebound is going to be, we're all talking about roaring 20s. There will be roaring 20s in the travel industry for sure. People will do exceptional stuff. They're more preoccupied than ever about nature, about corporate social responsibility. They want to go to places that might disappear tomorrow, to see species that disappear. They're a lot more conscious now, because this is a very scary situation we are in.
Yes.
"2020 was devastating. We now start 21 confused and with mixed feelings. Hope and fear, determination and uncertainty. A strong desire for joy, positive vibes, friendship and love. We dream of shared family moments, parties, travels, celebrations and hugs. 21 will undoubtedly be emotional. Emotions are part of life, a defining quality that makes us human. Emotions flow through our mind and body. We find emotions everywhere. We experiment with them at all times. We try to control them, while often we cannot. They touch something inside of us. They are thrilling. Their impact remains forever. Travel is sensory and triggers emotions. Travel is about exploration and discovery. Luxury travel is about unique moments, curated encounters, and connection to place. Travel is about serendipitous moments. We are travel magicians. We are powerful creators of memories, and we are designers of wonder. At TravelDine, we aim at redefining luxury travel in our community, and with the support of experts in the luxury goods industries. We believe in the power of emotional transformation. Luxury is based on a precise moment when we manage to create that connection for others. TravelMade is a family of 3,200 travel designers in 450 small and beautiful, like-minded travel agencies located in 70 countries. We have a strong collaborative governance. This guiding light serves a unique vision of luxury in travel. We are a professional and steadfast organization helping its member travel designers and partner suppliers to increase revenues, leverage industry talents, capture value via luxury branding, and capitalize on shared technology and sustainability practices. Human connection is our purpose. Redefining luxury travel is our spirit.
And I guess your wealthy clients continue to travel, but not as much and perhaps not to many places, but I guess they did continue to travel a bit.
Yeah, very local. They travel locally in their region, in their country, and in their continent. But today it is true that you cannot really do anything else unless you have, I know some clients who've been able to go to Sudan, they've been able to go to China, they've been able, okay, yes, you can do things, but you take risks. So when you travel alone or in couple, you can take risks, but when you have a family, it's more complicated.
Absolutely, good. So I said in my introduction that you were focused on defining what real luxury means today and pushing the travel industry to think for itself in that way. Can you explain what's behind that?
That's so important. When you look at all the research about the ultra high net worth individuals and about their spending in leisure by chunk, the biggest chunk they spend is on travel. Depending on the survey, it's between 20 and 30%. We are the biggest chunk of money they spend for their leisure, okay? Compared to all the other brands, goods, you know, it's bigger, it's massive. 10% of world GDP is travel globally, and for ultra wealthy, potentially more, you know. So that's one thing. However, when you compare us with the luxury goods industry, the good news is that we create so much more value for the clients. I mean, long life memories, shared moments, love, everything, you know, it's amazing. Yet, are we making money? Are we making profit in the way these luxury brands are making profit? No, we're far. So we have a big problem. We create value, but we don't capture value. And I think this crisis for the entire industry is going to be a wake-up call. If you were making money, you can survive, you can still operate, you can provide service. If you were not making enough money, you're in trouble. It's all about, when I was younger at school, I remember the different models of making money, you know, business models. In our industry, we are cost-based models. We pile up cost, and then we add a little markup. This is retail.
Right.
It's luxury. Luxury, what do? They do value-based models, you know. It's not, how can I make money? No, it's how much are people ready to pay for the amazing story I'm telling them? You know, the brand, it's all about luxury branding. We all, you know, we all mention the importance of brands, but a brand and a luxury brand are very different stuff, nothing to do. I remember the Interbrand classification ranking of brands in 2019. There was not a single hotel brand in the top 100. Shame on us. Shame on us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
You had brands like Vuitton, Hermes, you know, Chanel. They're small companies compared to some of the companies we have in hospitality. Nobody was there. So because we haven't got it, we're still behind. So we need to do a revolution. So that's my quest, you know. in our conference at the Essence of Luxury since day one. We started for a few years. We worked on who are the ultra wealthy clients, and then what are their needs? What can we do to solve their problems, to make them happy traveling? And then we started talking about branding for several years. If we don't crack what is a luxury brand, if we don't have luxury brands, we'll never make it. So that's in a nutshell
where you're coming from.
mission.
Interesting. Interesting. So there is an intersection now, isn't there? I mean, we have Bulgari going into the hotel business in quite a way. We see Louis Vuitton acquire Belmont and do a lot of things with that. There seems to be a slight change. You also see quite a lot more marketing from luxury goods companies, which include travel. So how do you see that going forward?
I think we're all very excited and waiting to see what LVMH will be able to do with Belmont, with Cheval Blanc, with Bulgari. It's going to be very interesting. All the big labels here have been thinking of that for many years in France, especially. And they're the first one to really go into it. So I don't know what they're going to do. I have an idea. But we're very eager to see what they will do with that, how they're going to transform that.
Okay. So as we move out of the pandemic, hopefully at the end of this year, beginning of next year, I think the hospitality industry is going to be changed forever. We're not going to go back to 2019. What do you see it looking like in the future?
Okay. It's interesting because 5 years ago, we did a big quantitative research within our community about what are the luxury travel trends. And we took them back, and they're still so important. 6 trends. 1, emotional travel.
Mm-hmm.
2, experimental and beyond. So the return of the pioneers. How can we be the pioneers of 100 years ago, but with luxury and security? This is going to come in the Roaring 20s big time. Then we have privacy, important. It's been very important. Most of the booking last summer were in private villas, in private yacht, and with private jet. You know, they've been doing great.
Private jet business is exploding, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Intimacy, security, slow travel, important. People want to. We have an accelerated pace with the crisis, with the virtuality. We're going crazy, so we want to slow down and travel, you know, at a slow pace. It's very important, and feel the universe, you know, and last chance to see as well. Things will disappear. We're conscious about that. And then we have recent trends that came from what we've been through. So we said that already, domestic and close to home, very important. People have been traveling around and rediscovering their own country, their own regions. Multi-generational. We want to spend time with the family and the grandson and, you know, the big family gathering. We've had to cancel everything.
Yes.
Privacy, we said that. Nature and open space, of course, people want to go into the wild. Sports as well. There is a need for fresh air, for climbing mountains, swimming, skiing, you know, going across desert. Wellness and healthy, very important. Sustainability, self-improvement, and that, but not this interesting trend, it's workations. How people have been leveraging hotels
Right.
to do business. So this is what we've identified doing a research with all our community.
And so you feel that coming out of this, your travel advisors will be booking different types of trips as a result of this, or is it going to go back to what it was?
No, I think things will change. I think the organization of all our business will be different. There will be more remote work. We will be better organized in terms of management, in terms of defining the priorities of our business, but also in the way we communicate to the clients and to all the suppliers. But also people I think are very conscious now that they need to have more solid business. Bottom line, you know, is key. Choose your client. If you want to catch this Roaring 20s business, don't lose time with, if you're luxury, don't lose time with the wrong target audience. Go and get ultra wealthy. They need you guys. They need you, luxury travel designers, luxury hotels, luxury DMC. They need you more than ever. So, and then there will be more sense of purpose in every trip. And if we evolve into something that is more about branding, I've seen some of our agencies have already changed entirely their branding. They stop putting all the labels of their preferred partner clubs. They are being outlets when they do that, you know.
Right.
Telling somebody, that's, do you imagine Chanel or Dior doing that? No, no. No, they are thinking about their brand, who they are, what they want to bring to the client. That goes beyond. We shouldn't be selling travel. We should be selling outstanding stories, memories, emotions, not travel. Travel is logistics. All of us in the last 20 years, we've been talking about how good we've been in, service, in quality. It has to be taken for granted.
Yes.
You're not differentiating yourself if you do that. We should be making the clients dream when they see our names, our brands, So I've seen some people working on that. I think it's going to change. They have already, that's what's going to happen next.
So all the protocols that have come in as a result of COVID, I think your clients are taking those for granted in the type of places you send them, right? I mean, a lot of people are introducing these programs and talking about cleanliness, that sort of thing. Isn't that something that we should be taking for granted now with the ultra wealthy?
Yes, yeah, and it was already a few months ago. When you work with super luxury hotels, lodge, camps, it's going to be taken care of. But it's true that at the moment of choosing, you want to make sure. So we've been partnering. We're about to announce a partnership with Forbes ShareCare, because I think their initiative is very good, it's very efficient. So we're going to promote their solution within our network with the hotel partners, DMCs, and agencies. But yes, I think it has to be there, but it shouldn't be a top line communication.
So that's what you're saying is a further level of certification. TravelDine is a certification in a way, and now ShareCare would be another level of certification. Is that where you're going?
Yeah, the Forbes ShareCare program is a very focused on sanitary certification, and I think it's important. We're not doing that here. It says to the industry, these guys abide by the rule, they comply. Yeah. So you can go, that's important. People need that. It doesn't, again, it shouldn't be the key message. It's an important underlying message. If you don't have it, you might get some problem, even though you are obviously doing the good work. But when the client is traveling from China to South America, they want to be reassured.
Okay. You mentioned earlier on that India is an important market for you, and you have quite a number of travel designers in India. So you have outbound business from India, but of course you have probably normally a lot of inbound business to India as well. Can you talk a little bit about the Indian market as you see it?
Yeah, so we have 20 agencies in India, amazing people. And we also have, for the outbound market, it's a great market. And for the inbound market, we have DMCs, we have hotels. India is not a country, it's a continent. It's so diverse. You find everything over there, plus the history, plus the culture, plus something radically different. It's an amazing place to go. From beautiful, pristine beaches and blue water, from the mountains of Ladakh. And the culture, the history, it's an amazing destination, so it is an important share of the travel experiences our agencies are selling. And they have a culture there. They can do very, very beautiful, outstanding, super incredible, unique travel experiences. They know how to do that. They know very well how to do that. And they have this culture of do it yourself, find a solution. In the end, they will always find a solution, but they have the elegance of their culture mixed with the British culture, which makes it delicious.
Interesting. Now tell me, the 20 agencies you have there sending outbound business, where are Indians go? And obviously not now, but in normal times, where do your Indian clients want to go?
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, I've been surprised. They go everywhere. Obviously, they go to the surroundings. You know, they go to beach, to islands. They go to China. They go to Australia, New Zealand, of course, to Africa. Everybody wants to go to Africa, especially to see how good they are in terms of safaris, and they're really good. But they go to cities in Europe, in North America. They go to the Nordics in Europe. They go to Canada. They go everywhere. And yeah, no, they're really, they're very, I can't compare them to savvy American travelers. It's incredible. They have an amazing refinement. They are very demanding on quality, on relationship, and culture. Also, you know, traveling is discovering the culture, is about arts, culture, nature, as I said. So the refinement is in there, and they're looking for that. I wouldn't say it's the case of every continent in the world. Some are still younger, and they're not yet at this level of refinement. Again, we talk about the ultra wealthy, yeah? And then ultra wealthy different categories. You have the old families who are obviously well educated, and you know they have a strong sense and request for refinement. And then you have new rich families. But the interesting thing is, rich families end up mingling with refined families. So they wonder, I hate opera. I can't understand it, but these guys love it. There must be something. Please teach me. Teach me opera. Or they say contemporary art. Bruh, this is, you know, and teach me. And then they realize, and then they start to like it. So, you know, wealthy people are usually very smart. So they end up buying the right stuff. And they like to be, I think the role of an agency, or luxury agencies, is also to educate, to make these people discover new things that we know because we travel more. It's our job, and they want to discover.
Because it's a market that people find very hard to navigate. As marketers, I think it's a hard market to navigate. So that's some very good advice. And obviously your travel designers, they're doing a brilliant job. That's great. What about the Middle East? Let's go to the Middle East. Middle East, another important outbound market, of course, but inbound as well, isn't it? What's your opinion on the Middle East?
Well, inbound, it's an easy destination for Europe when people want the sun. They have a very different offer from Dubai, with the hotel, the beach, the parties, the shops, and everything. It's an easy destination to go to rest. And then you have Oman, where you can have the more authentic destinations and products. And then you have Saudi Arabia trying to get into the market with the launch of Alula. We took a bunch of 8 agency owner a year and a half ago to Alula to discover and to give our feedback to the Saudi government about what they should improve there. So they're really looking into it and try to do something less fancy, more authentic as well. Jordan,
it's a beautiful area, Alula, isn't it? I mean, that's a wonderful area.
And then you will have the Red Sea, with on one side Saudi Arabia, Yemen being still such a drama. And then on the other side, you have Egypt and Sudan. Egypt is back, has been back for 2.5 years now. Well, not COVID, but it was back before COVID.
Yes. Yeah.
And then Sudan. Sudan is, I believe, a place we must discover. I was talking to a friend, an architect, who just came back from Sudan, always looking for ideas to build new hotel solutions, and he told me how beautiful it was. It's there are many pristine areas. The Red Sea is pristine. Yeah.
So that's certainly an up and coming area, and somewhere we should all be looking at, really, isn't it? Yeah. Well, this has been fascinating. Yeah. Thank you very much indeed.
Many countries many countries were still in delicate terms with the United Nations, in terms of sanitary, in terms of protection and everything. And certain countries are making a lot of effort to get out of this red zone and being able to host luxury travel. But obviously there is a need for many investment now.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you very much, dear Quentin, for joining us. It's been great to talk to you. Great to hear your philosophy. So this is Peter Bates in New York on behalf of TravelGram, saying thank you very much, Quentin, and we'll see you all again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. Hello, India. Bye-bye.